Okay, let's talk about something you probably have in your kitchen right now. A simple fruit that, it turns out, holds some seriously powerful health secrets. And this isn't just talk, it's backed by some fascinating new research. So, let's dive in.
I want to start with just one number, 15%. Now, according to a major study from the University of East Anglia, that's the potential drop in your risk for cardiovascular disease you could get from one very simple daily habit. That is a huge number, and it all comes down to a single cup of blueberries.
So that's the big question, right? How on earth can one little fruit have such a massive, massive impact on our health? Well, to figure that out, we've got to look at the science.
First things first, we're going to unpack the rock-solid evidence for how blueberries affect heart health by going inside a really important clinical trial.
So the study, it focused on a very specific group of people, 138 adults, all between 50 and 75 years old, and all of them had something called metabolic syndrome. Now this is really key because it means they were already in an at-risk group, which makes what the scientists found even more powerful.
So, what is metabolic syndrome anyway? Well, it's not just one thing. It's a whole cluster of risk factors all hitting at once. We're talking high blood pressure, high blood sugar, extra body fat, a combination that seriously amps up your risk for things like heart disease and stroke. And get this, it affects about a third of adults in Western countries. It's a big deal.
The study itself ran for 6 months, and it was pretty straightforward. The researchers split everyone into 3 groups. Group 1 got the equivalent of 1 cup of blueberries a day. Group 2 got half a cup, and the third group, they got a placebo, something that looked and tasted just like the real deal, but it wasn't.
And the results were fascinating. The only group that saw real, lasting improvements was the one that ate a full cup of blueberries every day. Their blood vessels worked better, their arteries got less stiff, but the half-cup group, surprisingly, no real benefit. So it's crystal clear, the dose really does make the difference here.
But the story doesn't stop with the heart. Not even close. Now let's pivot to a benefit that's maybe a little less known, but wow, is it powerful. Let's talk about how blueberries act like a shield for your brain.
You know, we've kind of known for a while that blueberries are good for our brains, but new research is showing us exactly how they do it, right down at the molecular level. And it goes way beyond just being a simple antioxidant. They're actively stepping in to protect our neurons in multiple ways. This chart just lays it out perfectly. Blueberries launch this incredible multi-pronged attack. First, they block an enzyme called choline esterase, which helps keep our brain's chemical messengers firing properly. Super important for memory. Second, they go after something called COX-2, which helps fight off the kind of chronic brain inflammation linked to decline. And third, they actually interfere with the creation of those nasty plaques we associate with Alzheimer's disease.
And here's the data to prove it. This chart is so clear as they added more blueberry extract, that's the line moving to the right, it just completely shut down the activity of that inflammation-causing enzyme, COX-2. It's an amazing anti-inflammatory effect happening right inside the brain.
And we see the exact same thing happening with our brain's communication system. Look at this. The blueberry extract is a powerful blocker of an enzyme called acetylcholine esterase. What's crazy is that this is the exact same target as several FDA-approved drugs for Alzheimer's. Blueberries just do it naturally, helping keep our brain's messaging system humming along.
But this might be the most incredible finding of all. In the lab, when they were watching those amyloid plaques form, adding blueberry extract actually delayed the entire process by a full 24 hours. It didn't just slow it down, it hit the brakes on one of the key things that goes wrong in Alzheimer's. So how can one fruit do all of this, relaxing our arteries and shielding our brain cells? Well, it turns out the heart and brain benefits are connected by one secret ingredient. The heroes of this story are these amazing compounds called anthocyanins. They're the natural pigments that give blueberries that deep, rich, beautiful color. But they are so much more than just a pretty color. They're incredibly powerful molecules that work with our bodies in all the amazing ways we've just been talking about. So you can see this really clear cause and effect chain. It's simple. You eat a cup of blueberries. Those powerful anthocyanins get absorbed and just get to work all over your body. The result? Better artery function for your heart and less inflammation and plaque buildup for your brain. It's all connected.
Okay, so let's take all of this incredible science and boil it down into one simple, actionable takeaway.
The message from all this research really couldn't be clearer or more direct. A single cup, which is about 150 grams, of blueberries each day, that seems to be the effective dose to get these powerful benefits for both your heart and your brain. It's that simple.
And I love this quote from the lead researcher, Professor Aidan Cassidy. She basically says, look, this isn't about some miracle cure. This is about empowerment. It shows that simple, totally achievable changes to what we eat can have a profound, measurable impact on our health in the long run. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If a single cup of blueberries is hiding this much power to protect our bodies and our brains, what other incredible secrets are just sitting there, hiding in plain sight in the protocol? What are we going to discover next?